Good morning. Welcome to Sacred Enzyme. I'm Stacy. I hope you're doing well today. So I have some interesting stuff today that we're going to share, and one of it has to do with a video that I ran across on Zoto TV. I think it's called Zoto TV, Zoto Zen TV, Zoto Zen TV, and he's been taking apart the Keylontics material and finding the discrepancies in the material. You have to remember that when you're talking about these freedom teachings, this work was done over a progression of a long time. So the author, Anna, in the beginning, when she started writing these books, part of this material was a cooperative effort with her and her spouse that she had at that time, who was a walk-in. He had got hit by a car when he was a child, and he had an angelic walk-in, just like they do on the the TV series called Travelers. This is exactly what happens. They use a body when it gets big enough, accident happens, and they walk in. And so he was a walk-in. So he had a lot of memories. And so this was and they wrote a lot of work together, which is very good work, what I'm learning this work that was done at this time. And it was, and her spouse is, he mentors people. And so he's mentoring me. And so the versions of the work that I've being taught might be different than what the current curriculum is. I'm actually not sure, and I'm sure that it is different because, the stuff that she has it copyrighted. So this would have to be his own material from his own experiences. So, there were conflictions in her work that came later, and this was when she was married to Michael Dean. And so, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater with the information, because not all of it is wrong. We have to read all of the accounts of everything and take them into consideration so we can have a whole picture. Because, you're only getting part of the picture. You're only getting a portion of the picture. If you're just limiting yourself to believe everything that's in the Bible, you can't read one book and expect to know everything. So, I want to play this video, and this is part of the way in, and I'll link this video if you want to go and watch the whole one, but it's regarding information that comes from Penny Bradley. Now, Penny Bradley comes from the family of Robert Bruce, and we've already talked about this. She's related to me. So we both come from this family line. There's a couple things that she's talked about that's really interesting. And one of the things that I want to mention is that one of the things that the World Mother has talked to me about, communicated with me about, is the importance of understanding what the genetics is behind the Rh negative blood with the lack of blood antigens. And it has a lot of commonality with what she was saying about her race, that Canis lupus did not have antigens on their blood. And so this is one of the reasons why we have immune problems, like a lot of immunity problems. And the interesting thing was that she was talking about the Merovingians, and she was saying that, the Merovingians were basically like what you would consider a vampire, because they didn't have any antigens. And so they had to have blood. And so they would have family members that would gift it to them, because if it was gifted, remember we talked about not service to self, they can't have the blood if it's service to self. Somebody has to do it as service to other. And then, therefore, the energy that's attached to that blood is healthy. So they had family members that willingly and lovingly gave them the programs from their blood. And so this is where vampirism came from. So the reason that the Cathars were destroyed was because most of them were Merovingian. And family members that were not Rh negative or did not have blood problems, they would willingly give their blood, and so they would wear a port on, and they would have a blue tattoo on it. So this is how they were able to find the family members of the Holy Grail bloodline, and this is Mary Magdalene's line. And I've talked about this in a couple of the videos in the past, that the Merovingians are wolf people. They're Benjaminites. They're Benjaminites. Benjamin means wolf. Benjamins, the Benjaminites, they came from the Canaanites. And there's nothing wrong with that. And they were in Canaanite. And all of these people throughout the Bible, they had one mother or something that came from the Canaanites. They came from the land of Cain. They were a Canaanite. This one's wife was a Canaanite. This man was a Canaanite. He married this one. They kept these canine genetics in these family lines. And this is the Holy Grail bloodline. So I want to play this video here. I just thought it was really interesting, is that, you know, a lot of people that have blood problems that are from these family lines. Like, I have blood problems. I'm always having to get infusions because my blood doesn't build. And I tried to be a vegetarian, and it made me very sick because I have to have blood. And I don't want to consume blood because I don't want to consume energy from an animal that's been tortured. You know, it's been slaughtered, that, you know, wasn't human. It wasn't human. I can't talk today. Humanely given, you know. So, you know, I feel like it's inhibiting my spiritual sight. And the other thing is that they keep telling me to do the Daniel diet. They keep wanting me to do the Daniel diet. So they want me to clean up my diet because I have a lot of work to do. And, you know, they're trying to give me more. It's like my ears are just buzzing right now. I feel like somebody's got, you know, I don't even know how you sound. It's like the static sound in my ears. It's like a ringing. And I feel that that's when they're trying to communicate with me. But it's like I need to tweak my body chemistry. My body, my molecules, they need to be readjusted a little bit. So I'm going to play this video about what Penny Bradley said. Now, Penny Bradley, she has a fascinating and insurmountable amount of work. You'll have to excuse my dog. He sees a lizard out the window. Benji, stop. And his name is Benjamin, by the way, which means wolf. So Penny Bradley, she has an incredible story, and I couldn't even begin to even scratch the surface of what she has endured, and what a survivor she is. Incredible survivor, and so strong-minded. I mean, unbelievable, and extremely brilliant lady. Anyway, she has an incredible story, and you can look her up on YouTube and watch her channel, and I guarantee you will binge watch it when you have free time, because listening to her story is fascinating. It really is. It gives you another perspective, because we've been talking about the World Mother saying that history was wrong with Germany. All of that's been wrong, that those are lies, and that there's something very extremely important about Berlin, that we need to look at Berlin and Germany, that this is so important to the future of the world. And I have been digging and trying to find out about Berlin, and, you know, and I've just been coming across all this other information too that just goes down a whole other avenue of information. So I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to let you hear what Penny Bradley has to say. So listen if you can. I'll turn it up, and hopefully the dog won't bark. Benji, please be quiet, buddy. Okay, listen.
Isn't it? But here's the kicker. Not everyone sipping this cosmic Kool-Aid is buying it, and some who've seen behind the scenes say this narrative isn't just flawed, it might be dangerously deceptive. Enter the SSP whistleblowers. Stage left.
I just messed it up.
Secret Space Testimonies, the brutal reality check. Imagine being abducted as a child, trained on Mars, fighting alongside Draco reptilians, and recalling memories of interstellar colonies after decades of mental imprisonment. Sounds brutal, right? Welcome to Penny Bradley's reality. She insists the real guardians aren't ethereal figures whispering soothing mantras. They're literal, wolf-like extraterrestrials known as canids who physically intervene to protect whistleblowers like her. Bradley's vivid, gritty testimony pulls no punches, starkly contrasting Ashayana's serene spiritual paradise. According to Bradley, there's no benign cosmic coalition overseeing Earth's gentle ascension. Instead, there's a fierce Council of Five, a galactic tribunal actively executing cosmic criminals. Quite a divergence from invisible guardians.
So anyway,
laws, no?
What do you think about that? Somebody that can finally verify what I'm saying, that the World Mother is a she-wolf. She is a she-wolf, and she said we come from her. And, well, I don't know if everybody came from her because we've been hybridized a million times. And I know that some people came from her because they survived some of the cataclysms. And she's from Venus. She's from Venus. So I would love to hear what you guys think about that. And, you know, for those who follow my channel that have one of these shows about the werewolves, the wolf beings, the dogmen, I would love to contact you. My email is hstacy90@gmail.com. There's so many avenues of this that are so fascinating that I'm learning all the time. And I would love to connect with one of you that is very much involved in the dogman stuff, because it has to do with the German genetics. And so with that, when you come and find me, I'll be here because we're living in the past, present, and the future all at the same time. So don't forget to get outside today, because, you know, we're never going to turn this ship around until we get our hands back in the dirt and start focusing our attention and love on the planet. We have to help ourselves. There's nobody coming to save us. We have to help ourselves. Everyone has an agenda. You know, we have to take care of the world. The World Mother needs us. And this is the Earth. And the only way that we're going to get through all of these changes and get out of the matrix is we have to connect back with the Divine Mother of this planet. And that's all there is to it. So don't forget to go outside, put your feet in the grass, plant some seeds. You know, make sure that you have a little fountain or a bird bath with water, fresh, clean water in it for nature, because all God's creatures need water. And it's really hot outside right now in Florida. So, Mother, please give us some rain. We really need it. So thanks for watching Sacred Enzyme. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. We're going to turn this ship around. We're going to bring heaven right here to earth, and there's no reason we can't. And so we've got our first committee meeting coming up on the community garden and a food forest that we're working on here. And I'm going to take everybody along with me, and we're going to document the process. So anybody that wants to, you know, learn how to do this in your own community, that there'll be a format here that's free, easy, and to the point on how to get one of these things set up and all the resources that we're going to use to make it happen. And so with that, I hope to catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching Sacred Enzyme. Bye-bye.